Don't call me Superman if you haven't found my kryptonite.
What is going on YouTube? It is the Big K Club 360 here. We've had a very slow week in tech news, so I'm going to upload more gaming videos to fill in the gaps. A bit of CS, a bit of Rocket League, but today let's talk about VR. Now, of course, virtual reality is a very big thing. It's very cool now. The issue is there are a lot of barriers blocking people from getting VR. Number one, the price. It costs a lot of money to get a VR ready PC. You need at least an R9 290. When I say at least, you could of course do something just below it, but the recommended system requirements are an R9 290 or a GTX 970, and I believe an i5 4460. Those are both very expensive parts, man. Very expensive GPUs and a reasonably expensive CPU. Not everyone just has that money to just drop on a GPU, you know what I mean? And on top of that, you've got the VR itself. For example, the Oculus Rift. It costs like $400 or $500, and I believe went on pre-order not too long ago. So if you want to buy one, go and send yourself and tell me how it is when you get it. But I do believe one of my subscribers did buy one. Big Chris, mate. Tell me how that shit goes. But yeah, it's expensive, man. Not everyone has the money for it. I don't have the money to just drop on VR. Now, of course, my computer is good enough to run VR, but I don't have that extra, probably in Australia, 700 Australian dollars to just drop on a VR headset. Now, that is unfortunate, and it applies to all the people. People just don't have the money for it, man. I've said that like 10 times in this video already, but I need to reinforce it. That is what's going to stop VR from kicking off this year. In general, it's just expensive, man. That's what happens when something first launches, when a pioneering technology or an innovative tech piece first launches. It's expensive. Those are initial costs. It's what happens with anything and everything in business and in the product's life cycle. Now, of course, maybe 2017 things will be different, but I think this year, this is not the massive year for VR that everyone is expecting. Now, on top of that, we've also got the issue of games. Of course, right now, the Oculus Rift isn't really out yet. I mean, it's not really out there. It's not really huge. It's up for pre-order, but I don't think it's actually launched. And on top of that, we've got the games that there's just not many games that support it, of course. Now, before I continue with that, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because we don't want to be throwing VR in every single game out there. I mean, it's only going to work well or only going to be cool or useful in some games. For example, I can't be bothered using VR in a game like COD or CS, because it's a first-person shooter. I mean, you think it'd be cool, but in reality, can you really be bothered doing that? If you get what I mean, it's kind of tough to explain. Like, especially with a game like CS that's so competitive, just having the VR headset would just make it much more, I don't know, confusing, distracting and whatnot. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't actually tried it on CS or COD, but obviously the feature's not available on either of those games just yet. However, there are games where this would be great. Racing games. Man, I really want to use VR for a racing game with a racing wheel. That would be sick. I mean, you look around in the cockpit, people were talking about how Kinect and the PlayStation Move, what a joke. Well, people were talking about how the Kinect could do this with its motion tracking. That was pretty sick, but of course it would never work, and it's not going to be as good as what the VR headset will be able to offer. So of course, in a racing game that would be sick. In a game like Slender, or the Slenderman game, where it's like scary shit, you're looking around, it would be really cool for that. Games like that are very immersive. Call of Duty and CS aren't immersive. You're not like, fuck, I really wish I was in this game. I really wish I was running up T-spawn, up into backyard and picking people off long. No one wishes they were there. But of course you do wish you're in a racing game, in a racing car and whatnot. So once again, the whole games thing is also another barrier. We kind of need more games, more game adaptation. Now, of course, I'm being pretty mean because VR is yet to really launch, so let's just wait it out for now. And probably the last thing, you could argue that the marketing is pretty rough as well. I mean, I don't know. How many people know about VR? I mean, it's kind of out there. We've got Samsung that have released their VR headset, and it works with their stupid phones. Not their stupid phones, they're good phones. I just say stupid for everything. But it works with their phones, the S6, S6 Edge, the tablets and whatnot. And of course, it's really cheap. I mean, it's $150 or some crap. But is it really good? It's obviously not a good adaptation of VR, like a powerful one. You're not going to be playing sick games with it. But it's still there. I mean, it's giving the general population an idea of what VR actually is. And I guess in that phrase, this argument that I was trying to build up that the marketing isn't that good is wrong, because the marketing is not that bad. So hopefully Oculus in particular, because let's be honest, Oculus is the pioneer. Hopefully they really start pushing VR down people's throats. They have ads out there. Oh, dude, come on, man. I was doing this video so well. I've done this 10 times. This fucking poster. Alright, anyway, I'm just gonna continue on without it. Yeah, hopefully Oculus does well. Hopefully they get this shit under control. Now I've lost complete track, but the video's 5 minutes long already. I'm just gonna end it. Essentially, guys, what I'm saying is this year, VR is not going to kick off. It's not going huge this year. It's not going to happen. We need to wait more. We need to wait for the price to go down. We need to wait for Oculus to improve the production methods. Typical supply-demand economics. So yeah, just chill. If you want to buy VR right now, though, go ahead, man, because it's going to be cool. And you're going to be one of the first people to have it. But of course, you'll be paying that extra price. So look, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Peace.